Hello everyone. Wait for some people to get here. I'm going back and forth about my hair. Do I want to buzz it? Do I not? Get my own electric razor and just be able to do it. Not buzz it all the way down, but like I used to get it like a number 4 setting on the shears or whatever. So it was only like an inch long, my hair, not even that. But I don't know. Sometimes it bothers me more than others. I think when I'm more stressed, like if I wake up late, I just don't feel good, then it bothers me a lot more. Today I got up early, even though I didn't sleep, I didn't go to sleep that early, but I like that when I just get up early no matter what. Man, I am dissociating, but it's on a lower grade, like a lower, it's not as powerful as before, even though it's going. Oh man, it's just weird, but it's okay. It's good. When I know it's happening, it means it's going out of me eventually. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. That's that effing jerk walking by. He walks so close to everyone's car. He's walking like inches from just a Chevy Silverado, a Dodge Challenger. And he kept walking by me when I was unloading everything out of my trunk the other day, bouncing his little ball. Yes, hey, Ace. Yeah, so it's getting better, even though it was acting up today. It was like, whoa, it was like dissociating a little, but I could still concentrate. I was retyping the script for one of my favorite movies, Prince of the City. I haven't seen the movie in years. I've seen it 2 or 3 times, but I showed it to my mom once. I remember even her reaction. After we saw it, she was like, Angelo, don't ever be a cop. As if I was going to be a cop. But because it's a terrifying movie about a real story of a cop who turned an informant on all his partners in the 70s, having to do with like the French Connection and the Chase Commission, like the real cops. And this was based on one of those guys who, I don't know how much of it's really true, but the horrible decisions he was having to make. And, a lot of it was he brought it, I mean, I don't ever say it's as simple as he brought it on himself, but he's a cop. Like, these cops were not people you would have wanted to deal with. And yet the movie shows from their point of view what it's like for them to go through their ordeal. And Sidney Lumet, the director and co-writer, even himself, by the end, he said afterwards, he's like, I don't even know if the main character is a good guy or bad guy at the end. He's like, I don't want the audience to know either. He does terrible things, and yet he goes through the most unbearable pressure to the point where he considers suicide. And I love this movie, and I'm retyping out the script. It's a 184-page script. This is a long one. Word for word, I'm retyping it out just to see what it feels like to write it. Because, I would never have the nerve to write a 184-page script, at least not until if I was well into my career and I'm like, okay, I know this needs to be this long and this has a chance to. Any beginning writer, if they write a script that long, it's almost assuredly a waste. You don't need it to be that long. But I forgot a lot of this because I forget a lot of the details of the movie. And I'm like, holy crap, this is getting like rough, it's so intense. And I was getting hungry and stuff. I was at Sunspace typing it out, and eventually I had to leave, but that was great, and I look forward to finishing it. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. So I'm realizing I can do my own oil changes on the car. Now, I know, what's the big deal? A lot of people know you can do that. Well, I always assumed it would be way too much work, but I'm at the point now where I'm like, I already do lots of work all day. I get up at like 4:40 in the morning, sometimes I linger until 5:30, 5:45, but I do so much, I structure my day. I'm like, I can do this and save money. And so I looked up how to do it. Of course, Scotty Kilmer has good videos on it. I'm like, oh, this is simple. I could do this. And rotate my tires. I'm like, oh, I can do this too. I was worried, like, well, do they balance the tires? Do they align them when you get them rotated? No, they just change them. So I'm like, oh shit, I can do that. You just need some jack stands. I don't have anywhere to put jack stands. Jack stands, if you don't know, they're basically like these 4-pronged objects that are metal that when you jack up your car, you put it under the car, and if you get 4 of them, you can put it under, by every wheel, and so the car is up in the air, and you can rotate the tires. You can do it with 2 jack stands and the jack, but you're going to have to be moving them around and stuff, and so I'm like, oh, I could do my own work that way. And I don't know, maybe someday I'll be doing it for other people, maybe just for friends or something. I don't really want to have a full business doing it. But then I realized too, okay, I would change my own oil to save money and make a video on it, but I don't need to change my oil soon. The thing is, I realized, oh yeah, the place I go to get my oil changed is the cheapest oil change I've found in my life. There's a place in Sun Valley called Vineland Car Wash. They do oil changes with a car wash for like $34. So I'm like, that's probably about what I would spend on the oil, because I need about 5 quarts of oil for this Camry. The oil filter, a sort of something for the oil filter to remove it. What else? Do I need anything else? A bushing or like a gasket or something to put on there. That's it. So, maybe I would spend less than $34. I don't know. But I'm like, it's $34. It's so cheap. And they wash your car. So I'm like, maybe I should just do that. I don't know. Maybe not. Because the thing is, the last owner of this car, he put in... Right, who's playing music by me? Can't tell. The last owner was putting in 5W40 oil in the car. So that's an unusual weight of oil. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to change it. He was a mechanic. He took great care of it. So this mechanic, the Vineland Car Wash, they don't typically carry like what is it, 5W40 or they had a synthetic conventional blend, which is good because he used conventional. You can mess with the synthetic conventional blend, but don't change it to synthetic. So I'm like, well, next time I go there, I'm probably just going to buy my own, big jug of 5W40 oil and give it to them to put in there, conventional oil. So I'm going to pay for that and the oil change. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should just do it myself. And also the thing about Vineland Car Wash, they don't do tire rotations. So I didn't get my tires rotated last time I went there. It's not like an emergency, but you should get them rotated. So I'm like, I don't have room for jack stands in my car. So I'm like, shit. I have nowhere to store jack stands. So I can't do that myself. And a tire rotation alone is like $20, so I'm like, crap. I don't know why they don't do tire rotations. It's such an easy thing to do. Maybe it's just to save time because the Vineland Car Wash, you're in and out of there quick. I swear I've never waited more than like 40 minutes there. So at least I know at some point I can just replace my own oil and rotate my tires. When I get a home, I guess, because I have nowhere to do all this stuff. I can change the oil myself. You don't really need a jack stand to change the oil and drain out the oil and everything. But you do need it to rotate the tires. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. Yeah, Nordic Rider, Toyota Matrix looks like a good car. I'm not getting a new car anytime soon, but that would be one I'd like, the hatchback. Yeah, I'd like that. Just to have something different. I really like the Toyota Scions. I'm like, those were great cars. They stopped making them, but they were always just Toyotas. They tried to brand them as something different, but I like the look of them. To me, they're kind of sleek, and I heard they're super reliable. With respect, Fess Up MC, no. Mailing of screenplay to yourself does not copyright it. You can find screenwriting consultants, experts who have read thousands of screenplays who will tell you that does not do it. You got to pay the $35 or whatever to copyright it. That's a good way to do it. But yeah, Matrix would be great. But I don't know. I don't need a bed though for the car. I'm fine sleeping with it the way it is. It doesn't matter to me. Ace. Yeah, synthetic oil's good, but don't change, especially in a high mileage car, from conventional to synthetic. This car has conventional oil. The thing is, Scotty Kilmer explains it better than me, but the type of oil you use, your car, like it gets into the whatever maybe tiny cracks or imperfections in your engine, and it sort of, you know, builds up the pressure and stuff where it needs to be. If you switch to synthetic, that's sort of a finer blend, and it could mess with that, and then it could start leaking and causing like pressure loss or other problems. So that's why don't switch. It doesn't matter the brand necessarily, as long as you have the same weight. 5W30, 5W40. So last owner's been using 5W40. I'll just keep using that. And the place I go to that's really cheap that does it, Vineland Car Wash, they're super quick, and it's just that I'll have to buy the oil first and give it to them, because last time they had the synthetic conventional blend. Or I'll just call ahead of time, make sure they have it. But yeah, I'd like to change my own oil, at least in the future when I have, I don't know, maybe I'll do it sometime. It just, really the issue is this Vineland Car Wash, it's about as cheap as, it's probably a little more expensive, but it's not that much more expensive than if I just did it myself. So it's like, what's the point of doing that work right now? As long as I have Vineland Car Wash there. But they don't rotate tires. That is something I want to do. And I'd like to be able to do this for people I know at some point. And it's not that I'm going to pitch myself or sell myself. I just like to put it out there, you know, at some point once I start doing that. Also I did fill up the radiator again today, so it is venting coolant. I didn't see any leaks, but it is venting coolant out. So definitely I want to get that changed as soon as I can, the radiator, but that's good to know, Nordic Rider STP oil. But I want to stick to the 5W40 because that's what the previous owner used. No, I'm not putting the jack stands on the roof of my car. Fess up, what are you trying to do, dox me? Don't start saying with my location. Yeah, thank you, Ace. Hit like, everyone. It helps get the video going, and just paid my phone bill, and I'm still paying for my old Samsung Galaxy that broke, and I'm paying for my current phone, my LG Stylo that I'm filming on. Thank you, Nordic Rider. All right, we got a tough crowd with Mike Hazelbaker. He says he only hits like if the content's good. Well, all right, damn it, I'm trying. Yeah, so the other thing about the job update, here's the update. Updates, I'm going to know a little more tomorrow. So, surprise, that's the update. Basically, it's a whole process when you're applying with a job platform. It's kind of great because you're working directly with them. You're not just cold, it's like a cold application where they don't know you. Even when I first went to the online meeting that they had, like an orientation, it was because LA Family Housing sent me an email with the job listing, so they already know that. I don't know if there's other places that give out this the listing for this job interview, or for this job, the sanitation, disinfecting buildings. But it's good because they already know that I'm connected to this organization, and it's just kind of good to know. It kind of says something like, okay, I'm a real person, like there's some consistency. The consistency is I signed up for job listings and I followed through on one like a year after I initially signed up. I'm going to take one of these off so more light comes through. Should I take them both off? Yeah, I'll take them both off. So, it's been 3 weeks so far that I've, oh shit. I normally never mess this up. 3 weeks since I started on the first orientation with this job. So I went to the one orientation, then I went to an orientation with the job placement company itself, put in my application to be enrolled with them, and tomorrow I've got to call them and I'll be placed with a counselor who's going to work with me, I guess, to, I'm sure they want to make sure, okay, am I competent to work and all that. And, they seem very cool and supportive and all, so that's another good thing. It's not like some cutthroat employer who's like, no lazy people. I see job postings where they'll say that, like, please don't come here if you're not serious. And I get it, too, because you got to deal with that crap of employees who, are lazy. Oh, crap, now see, here's this jerk who was walking close by me when I was unloading my car, and there's another guy walking down the road. It's going to be like a showdown. Who's going to move? Who's going to move? The dumbass old man? Wow, that old man was too close. Too close to that other guy. And he's too close to every car going down the street. Dude needs to stop. So tomorrow I'm going to find out, or I'm assuming tomorrow. They said in a week, call back. So if not tomorrow, I guess Thursday. Ow, my leg itches. And get the counselor that I'm placed with, talk to them, see what the next step is. But that's good. Like, I'll finally be officially in with the job placement company. Also, I've been eating great with this air fryer. Holy crap, man. It's changing my life. I feel like I've lost 5 pounds this week. I can actually eat healthy food. No oil. So for one, I don't waste money on olive oil. Olive oil is incredibly expensive. But two, it's also got a lot of calories. So it's great. This thing, it's a non-stick pan. So yeah, I always end up overcooking stuff. I burn fish. I burn chicken a little. You can scrape it off. A trick that I learned for getting stuck on chicken and stuff off a pan is just put boiling hot water on it. Or if you have a home and a stove, put water in the pan and boil it, and then stop it, and then pour the boiling water out and quickly get a sponge and wipe it all off. It'll just come right off. But for me, I don't have that. What I have is the tea kettle with water I can boil, and I'll put it in there and sort of scrub it all away like that. So it's working great, man. And I get food dirt cheap from the food bank. I couldn't believe it. I was overwhelmed the first day I got fish there. I was like, I was literally like, I was kind of upset. I was like, holy crap, I get a choice of food I can cook. So I've either been getting fish, chicken, and potatoes and onions, because that's like the kind of 2 main vegetables they have there. It's great, man. And they had Creole seasoning at the food bank, so I bought that, and fish seasoning, fish seasoning. I haven't used the fish seasoning as much. The Creole seasoning I really like, though. Great, someone's blasting semi-annoying music. I won't say it's the worst as far as annoying music, but it's kind of annoying. And it's not super loud either. But it's great. I feel like I feel like I'm losing weight so quickly now because I can cook food there. It's really great. Yeah, thanks, Third Eye. Well, getting there. It's just a crazy experience, this pandemic and everything. Yeah, that was awesome. Hey, Bergman. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm like, and I got my hot sauce. I got the Creole seasoning. That's the only seasoning basically I use for the most part. The onions, holy crap, I forgot how much onions burn my eyes. Like, it's bad. This little dollar store that I love, that I go to, it's not like a chain dollar store. It's like independently owned, as far as I can tell. It's, you know, the kind with the super small aisles. But here's the thing, two things that's great about it. One, it's not busy. If I go there when they open, I'm the only person in there. You go to the 99-cent only store around here, there's a line of people waiting to get in, and you better get to the register within 2 minutes, otherwise a line's going to be forming. So that, and also they just have great stuff there. Even though it's a very small store, they have great tools. They have motor oil. Not everything's $1, but I got a bunch of like silverware, a kitchen mat, plate. I've gotten some tools there before. I forget what I got there exactly. Oh, I know I got wire brushes that I don't think they're like real metal brushes. They seem really weak. I tried using them once. But they got great tools there. But it's just nice to have all the... Oh, and I got incense because, you know, if I'm cooking fish in a building, it fucking stinks up the place. And here's the thing. I don't notice it. But when I step outside, say I step outside for a minute and I come back in, wow, it hits me. So I'm like, oh man, I can't do this to other people. So if someone else is coming in that day, I won't make fish. But like today, they're going to do the Unusual Tuesday live stream tonight at Sunspace. Go watch it. It's so incredible, the show they do. I swear it's like a... If it wasn't for volunteers and people gathering their equipment and stuff together, it would be like a $5,000 show. It's so well done. The costumes, the music, and everything. Oh, wait, somebody donated. Ricky Dyson, again with the donation. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, air fry salmon from the food bank. It's originally like $16 salmon. I get it for like $2 or $3. I don't know exactly because you don't get an itemized receipt of everything. When I go there, it's just it's a food bank, so it's all donations. So basically, I bring my food to the cashier, and they just look at it, and they have a system, so they'll counter it up, and they'll say, okay, $8, $10, or whatever, but for everything. So I don't know how much the salmon works into that, but I showed on my community page yesterday. I got 2 packs of fish, a rockfish and a salmon. And in the rockfish, there were 2 fillets. I didn't realize that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten the salmon too. Don't get swordfish, by the way. I heard it has tons of mercury, so that's good to know. But I got, what did I get? Like 2 onions, a potato, green onions, like the, you know, shallots or whatever they're called. Or scallions, I mean. And the rockfish and salmon for $5. Oh, and this protein drink. $5 for all that stuff. That would have been like $35 at least in a grocery store. I don't even know what that is. Pride stations, like a gas station? Yeah, I don't think we have Pride gas stations around here. I've never seen one. Thanks, Ricky Dyson. Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, I'm doing all right, getting by, you know, day to day. But immediately after eating that fish for the first time, I feel like there's no cheap gas around here. But after eating that fish, I felt like I lost weight already, and I am losing weight now. I haven't weighed myself, but it makes such a huge difference to not have to fucking scrounge for every little piece of food and just try and barely eat enough to get by and just deal with hunger pains until the next meal, and, you know, never eating cooked food. You know, try and eat healthy stuff, but it's not the same. It helps so much to be able to eat food. So even though, yeah, it's cost me a little money, all this stuff, because I did pay $15 for the Emeril Lagasse air fryer. I got a little silverware, microfiber cloth to dry the dishes, paper towels to wipe them out, too, because I don't want to put anything down the sink at Sunspace, you know, any food bits or anything. Thank goodness there's no oil to dump out. Never, by the way, if you don't know, never put olive oil or any other food oil down the drain. It'll harden in the drain and eventually clog it up. What you should do with that stuff, either put it in the trash if you've got, you know, a bunch of other paper products and stuff in the trash to absorb it, or just dump it in the soil in your yard or whatever. But yeah, I got just a bunch of little stuff to make it easier for me. I got like a stupid foil baking pan for like a cutting board from the food bank. I kind of don't need it, but yeah, so I ended up spending money on little things, but it's worth it because now I can, and also I'm spending less money. I got that $5 of fish and the green onions and goddamn music playing around me, and holy crap, the car's rims are gigantic. This pickup truck that went by. Let's see if you can see it. It's pulling away now. By the way, there's the van. The van with the seven coats of paint on it. Joseph in the Technicolor van. But yeah, it's so $5 for all that for basically 3 fish fillets and a potato and onions, super healthy. Or I could go to Jack in the Box, spend $7 on a chicken teriyaki bowl, which is just one little meal, and it's got a bunch of sauce on it, like teriyaki sauce that isn't healthy. So this is great. It's a great system I got here. It's all kind of, improvised. It's kind of, the poor man's way of getting things done, and thank goodness Sunspace is helping out, and we got a big video for Sunspace coming out soon that I've been editing for months, so stay tuned for that. I'll say when it's coming out, and watch their live stream tonight. I'll be off before their live stream comes on at 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern, called Unusual Tuesdays on Twitch. It's just awesome. It's so good, and it's funny, and you should call in at the end. They take calls, and they're super funny dealing with the calls. This meteoronomist, a local not meteorologist, meteoronomist, Austin Drizzles, he controls the weather, I guess. He says, I'm going to bring it down to like 67 degrees tonight, and look what I'm going to do tomorrow. 2 clouds, a little bit of sun, and back up to 91 degrees. You can call into the show and ask him questions, and they're hilarious, these calls and how he deals with them. I've called in before. The guy who plays Austin is Noel, who owns Sunspace. So anyways, that helps a lot. Where am I at this moment? Where's any of us? Man, I should be asking you that. Where are you? No problems with gas for me so far yet, except another type of gas, if you know what I mean. How does Jack in the Box compare to Taco Bell? Well, this is a great question. I know all about this. And this is a very important question. Thank you for asking this. Motherfucker playing music. It's not like hideously obnoxious, it's just a little too loud. Taco Bell, well, okay, they both have good food, I guess. I'd prefer Taco Bell more, just kind of as I like tacos more than burgers, but I don't eat burgers. I haven't eaten a burger in, actually I can't say I ate a burger about over a year ago, because I was at a film event here in LA with a bunch of vendors. I went up to every vendor, got their cards. I met 50 people there, got their cards and emails and stuff. And they had free Five Guys burgers, so I was like, okay, I'll eat a free meal. But from Jack in the Box, I only get their healthy stuff. So chicken salad, side salad, or chicken teriyaki bowl. I used to get their tacos because they're like $1.50 for 2. I stopped doing that. They're not healthy. I didn't feel good eating them. The shells, it's just empty carbs. But Taco Bell, whoa, I almost said talking the bell. Taco Bell has some healthy stuff. If you ask for it al fresco or whatever, they'll apparently do it where it's they have a healthy option. And I've done that. And I love their double-decker taco supreme. Those, I ate probably 500 of them as a kid. I don't know. If you like fast food, I'd say the edge goes to Taco Bell. If you like it. Because I don't know, tacos are more fun, but if you want healthier food, I don't know I haven't been in Taco Bell in a long time, so I'm not really sure. But Jack in the Box is, more common, I guess, on the West Coast. So their healthy options are good for me because McDonald's now, I asked, they don't have salads anymore apparently, or at least the one location I went to that has. By the way, this one location by far is like the sketchiest place to hang out at. Even before the pandemic, now you can't hang out inside, but it was so uncomfortable being there. It felt like a freaking jail holding cell or something. And this same McDonald's is where about a week ago, yeah, a week ago, less than a week ago, I was down the street and there was a long line at the drive-thru, and then some guy in a white pickup truck was, I guess, taking a long time paying. The guy behind him got out, was fucking screaming at him like, "Get the fuck out, bitch! Hurry up! Stop taking so long!" Like screaming at him. The guy wouldn't hurry. The second guy went back in his car, slammed on his horn for like 30 seconds, let go. The guy still wasn't, he was taking his time. I don't know what he was doing. I know the guy was overreacting maybe, but I'd like to think, yeah, the guy had it coming for taking too long. But also, you're in the fucking drive-thru, and why are you being in the drive-thru? It takes so long. I think every time I've ever seen a long line at a drive-thru, there's been like nobody in line inside. But so he could have probably gone inside. But yeah, he was waiting at the drive-thru, and then so the guy in the truck was still taking a while. And so the guy got out and said, "Come on, man, get out the truck! Get out before I shoot you!" I was watching him from down the street. Anyways, the guy still wasn't hurrying. He didn't seem to be in a hurry. The second guy who got back in his car, I was walking down the street somewhere, like a minute or two later, I see the second guy drive by. The guy in the truck pulled off right, but the other guy was driving straight. He was like leaning towards his passenger window, yelling out his window to the guy in the truck, and guy was just yelled something back, but not too loud, like, "Whatever, man, and stay away from me." So anyways, yeah, Burger King rules. I haven't been there since I was in Virginia, but I do like them actually. Even though I never really, by reputation, I didn't really like them as a kid. But yes, this is the most important question of the day. Jack in the Box versus Taco Bell. And of course in LA we have Del Taco, which I've probably been to 2 or 3 times in my life. If that, I don't know. Nordic Rider knows Taco Bell better than me. California Crunch Wraps. Yeah, you all know Taco Bell better than me. I haven't been there in so long, so I don't even know what they're offering anymore. Yep, I've seen Fat Burger here, In-N-Out. It's kind of cool to finally be at these legendary places, that we didn't have on the East Coast. Even though I don't eat at any of them. I never go through drive-through. I think I've gone through drive-through Jack in the Box once, and maybe it was just because I was lazy. I don't remember, but I didn't feel like getting it. Maybe it was later at night, and there was no line at the drive-through. Yeah, I did that like once a few weeks ago, I think. But other than that, no, never. Never been to the Starbucks drive-through. The Starbucks drive-through, I've seen going out onto the street, blocking traffic. People are blocking traffic in the opposite direction, waiting to turn left to go into the Starbucks parking lot when the line to the drive-through is already going out to the driveway. I'm like, how fucking selfish can you be to make people's lives miserable and your own life miserable? Like, I don't even care about my own time or comfort. I want it. I want Starbucks. And again, Starbucks, I used to go there every day practically before the pandemic at a certain point to work on my laptop and charge my devices and stuff. They almost practically barely had any line inside. So right, well now everything's different, but you can still order stuff inside restaurants here. It's just you can't sit down and eat it there, and usually the tables will all be put away and the chairs, the chairs taped up and everything, or everything's sort of hidden away so you can't sit down anywhere. What is this soundtrack to my life right now, this video? Click like, everyone, helps the video out. So circling back to the beginning of the conversation, I haven't changed my own oil yet, but at least I know how to now. I know the steps, and I just didn't have the patience before. I was like, oh, that sounds miserable. I'd rather spend $70, $80 on an oil change. Here in Sun Valley, there is or I'm in Burbank, I guess. I've never quite figured it out, but Sun Valley is nearby. In Vineland Car Wash, they do like $34 oil changes with free car wash. So I'm like, that's probably not much more than I would pay to do my own oil change. So may as well just let them do it, because you need to buy an oil filter and a gasket and stuff, and like 4 or 5 quarts of oil. So you know, it's worth it, and you get the car wash. Not that I really care about that. I clean my own car fine, and also I'm kind of embarrassed for them to look inside my car and see all this mess in there. But the tire rotation thing, I do want to do that myself. It's just that I don't have room for jack stands anywhere. Jack stands are like little metal prongs that once you jack up your car, you can put them underneath, and you put 4 under your car, then the car is raised up and you can rotate the tires. But I have nowhere to do that, so nowhere to put the jack stand, so I'll have to just pay somewhere. Next time I get my oil changed, go somewhere else, get my tires rotated, and not listen to the damn bastards at Discount Tire and Auto when they tell me, oh man, you need struts, it could damage your wheels. Yeah, I've been driving without new struts for 7 months. No, 9 months now or whatever. My car is fine. So don't tell me I need $1,000 struts. I'm not going back there. Anyways, yeah. So at least at some point I want to be doing that, and maybe I'll do it for friends, charge a little money, you know. Throw in a headlight restoration as well. Yeah, they make ramps you can drive up on. Yeah, I've heard of like self-service garages. I just don't know where that is. I haven't looked around here. And I thought they were kind of new, those types of places. Like, they're not really everywhere. But yeah, I'd be curious to see if I could work on my own car there. Freaking music. Yeah, that's the other thing. Starbucks is so overpriced. You can go down the street here to like any little diner and get like for half the price whatever you were paying there for tea or coffee. So, you know, I would go there partly because, you know, after the library closed, I wanted to be somewhere to work on my laptop, charge my phone and all. It was nice. I enjoyed being there. But yeah, obviously that's not happening now. Also, I go to bed a lot earlier now. I go to sleep a lot earlier. I used to go to Starbucks more so when I was going to bed later, before I made it a habit to get up early in the morning. So, whenever the library's open again, you know, when did they open till? 8 o'clock. I almost forgot. 8 o'clock, that's plenty late for me. So by the time that's done, I'm ready to do whatever I need to do to end my day and go to sleep. So I'm not trying to go to Starbucks after that once the pandemic's over. It's 7:35. This music's annoying. I think I may drive to somewhere I want to sleep. The thing is, there may be music playing there too, but what am I going to worry about it for, right? By the way, this stuff's good. I got this at the food bank. Koia protein, cacao bean, only 4 grams of sugar. I'd prefer if it was 0, but it's good stuff. Probably too expensive in the grocery store. I paid probably $1 for it at the food bank. This stuff's pretty good too. A little less tasty, but who cares? It's good. Trying to get enough protein because I'm still working out hard, and I'm sure I'm all kinds of nutrient deprived. Thank goodness I'm able to cook with that air fryer. Man, that's changing my life. Oh my goodness, freaking This is like, do you hear that? Can you hear all that? And I jacked up the phone jack as well by messing that up the other day too. Yeah, I'm gonna drive somewhere else. Yeah, man, I was dissociating, but it's not too bad. It's just, oh man, I feel so much better being able to eat healthy food, like whole cooked food. Onions, potatoes. I eat the skin too on the potatoes. And yeah, onions and potatoes. That's it. Because those keep, so the food bank gets them. They don't have many other vegetables because, you know, they go bad too quickly. But I did have to add a bunch of coolant to my car today, so I know it's venting coolant. I don't see any leaks anywhere. The oil looks okay. So I know the housing where the radiator cap goes on has been crumbled a little bit. So I'm going to get that new radiator once I have the money. And install it myself. I see broken glass here on the road. Somebody crashed here. No, that's not broken glass. That's like concrete. So I look forward to doing my own oil changes someday. Why? Again, don't even give money to mechanics if you can help it. These Vineland car wash guys, they're all right because it's so cheap to get an oil change there. But they don't do tire rotations. So I have to go somewhere else to get a tire rotation. And I figure at this point, I'm better off just either doing it myself, which again, I can't do the tire rotation myself without jack stands, so maybe just go to a regular mechanic and just pay the extra. Plus maybe they'll have the 5W40 oil that my car has been using since the last owner put that in. But when I get my own home, then I will just do my own oil changes and tire rotations. By the way, the quality of the independent dollar stores around here compared to in Virginia, to me, are higher. Because I can get better stuff here than I don't know. I didn't go to that many of the independent ones in Virginia. I'm remembering there was one at Seven Corners, which I just thought sucked. I think there was one at Seven Corners. Am I remembering that right? Seven Corners is a shopping center with a big Home Depot in Falls Church. It's famous for the DC sniper killed a woman there in the parking lot. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if there's a dollar store there. And it was the kind where you had stuff going for up to $17 or something. But The ones I'm finding here are really good. A lot of good stuff. And again, I got incense because that fish, when I cook that in sun space, man, it fills up the whole place. So, you know, I want to be mindful of other people coming in. I'll light incense after I'm done cooking. Trying to leave the door open for a little bit. By the way, Nordic Rider, if you're still there, I'll check your comment later, but can you mix pink and orange antifreeze? I don't think so, right? They're different, and it might sludge up and stuff. The last owner of the car, he left pink antifreeze in the trunk, even though he used orange antifreeze. Or at least I texted him to make sure, and he said, yeah, I think I used orange. So that's what I use, the orange, the long-lasting stuff. Even though it fucking vents out. Can you mix the pink and orange antifreeze or no? Because I don't think you can. But if I can, hey, I'll just use that too. If not, I'll just give it away to someone. And also, I want suggestions. What meal should I get for when I do a food review after I've hit my goal weight? And I'm getting there. Man, now that I'm eating fish and chicken, oh, it's great. Like, after I hit my goal weight and I'm at it for like 2 weeks, what should I review as my cheat meal? I want it to be something kind of cool and elaborate. I don't want it to just be a burger or something like, you know, waffle fries with, waffle fries with syrup and honey on it, or, you know, something like that, like Fat Burger. I've never been there. What would be something at Fat Burger I could get? You know, I've seen like chicken and waffles or something. What the hell is that? But never had that in my life, but maybe I would do that. Out of our heat wave now, thank goodness. It only got up to like 90 degrees today. But eventually, I just like to be able to fix everything possible on my car. I know I can't fix everything, but everything that's, you know, reasonably, you know, priced that I'm able to do myself. I don't know if I'd want to do stuff like replacing struts and all that. Maybe. This car definitely does need new struts. It bounces a lot, but what do I care, you know? It runs fine. I don't drive like a maniac. But I am losing coolant. Damn, I'm sweaty. Damn. A lot of people around. What's that about? Real careful going around the corner. You can't see. Oh, and also the lock on the driver's door is pretty well jammed up. If I put the key in really slowly, I can unlock the car, but sometimes. But basically, I can't use the driver's lock anymore to unlock the car. It's just jammed up. I got to use the passenger door, which fortunately works fine. So. Looks like a bald guy is sitting in the back. Yeah. You can, okay, yeah, I've read about that. You can only mix them only if they're both ethylene glycol. If they're not, the coolant will sludge up, right? I don't know. I gotta see. Yeah, and the good thing around here is Nordic Riders talking about don't worry about the struts, just don't hit potholes. There's not many potholes, at least that I've come across in LA, because we don't have snow here. When you don't have snow, you don't have salt and chemicals treating the road that erode everything and create potholes. So I've pretty much never seen potholes here. What you get more of, you'll see like the little dips in the road where that's for water to be able to channel, be channeled down the road, like almost like a little canal on the road. Why'd this creepo park right next to me? But no, I've pretty much never seen potholes around here. In Virginia, they were god awful. You knew where they were. You knew they were getting worse and worse. It got so bad at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, the property owner was such a greedy little prick that we had a pothole that would keep getting bigger and bigger to the point where you could not drive through it. The car would sink down into it a little bit. You always had to drive around it. Finally, he patched it up once, but it would always eventually, just wear away again. Same thing at the Harris Shopping Center in Arlington off Lee Highway. There was a pothole in the parking lot by Safeway and the what was it? Chill Zone. Cool place. If you're in Arlington, go to Chill Zone. But there was a pothole so massive, yeah, it was like damaging to your car. They finally fixed that up too. That was shameful. Whoever owned that place should have fixed it way earlier. It is orange antifreeze. That used to be concerned. It is now safe to mix most colors. Wait, so you're saying it's safe, probably safe to mix the orange and pink coolant? I gotta check the back too to make sure. I'm probably not gonna risk it just because I want to be safe. I'd rather spend the money, to keep getting the orange coolant, which I used more today because the coolant's venting out. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's venting out. I've said it a bunch of times from the top of the radiator, where the radiator cap goes on. But yeah, I got to get a new radiator whenever I can, and I know it's going to be kind of crazy because I'll be driving so much when I get this job, assuming I get the job, because I'll be going to different buildings to disinfect them. So I know they could be all over LA, and that means that's a lot more coolant I'm going to have to be filling up, and I really hope I can make it to each place and not have the radiator go dry or something and overheat and risk blowing a head gasket. But yeah, I'm gonna need to get a radiator as soon as possible. I have a list of everything. I want the AT205 resealer to spray on the rubber hoses and stuff, keep them pliant and durable. What else? The bushings, gaskets, drain pan, a plastic container to put the coolant in. And recycle or dispose of it properly. I'd be kind of tempted to just put it in the new radiator. I mean, is that a good idea, or should I not do that because I don't know if there's any impurities that are messing up this radiator, you know, because if it's cracked at the top, it may be cracking elsewhere, and I don't know if that's getting in, mixing with the coolant. So probably a better idea, just use new coolant, right? But yeah, thank goodness I'm losing weight, like more easily. I lost like 14 pounds, probably gained some back, just eating out and fucking starving myself. But it is so nice to be able to eat real food. I tend to always overcook stuff because I'm paranoid about, you know, salmonella. So it sticks to the pan a little, but it's really good non-stick, so no oil. You can add some oil. I'm not spending the money on that. Screw that. And excuse me, I have some business to do. It's nice and windy. It's cool. Someone's revving up their moped. Oh, it's not even a moped. It's a motorized, it's a scooter with an engine. Almost sounds like a weed whacker. If you call it a weed eater, you are sick and beyond redemption. Okay, so I guess I won't mix the orange and pink coolant. And I would like struts on this car at some point. Yeah, I'm not getting them anytime soon. Probably not for a couple years, if ever, but I would like them someday just because it is very wobbly, you know. It bounces easily, but yeah, it's not a priority, so I'm not worried about it. It's not like it really affects performance. Again, about the job update, tomorrow I'll be able to, I had to wait, I'll be able to follow up with my ass, a counselor at a job placement company that's helping me get this building cleaning job, which is basically just, it's not like a regular cleaning job. It's like disinfecting buildings that are closed for the Trump virus, and it's like schools, libraries. So sounds like a good job for me. Don't have to deal with customers. Keep the struts. I have a Cadillac now. I'm thinking I would like a Toyota Scion at some point, just a little more stylish to me. But really, I only like the look of a hatchback. To me, a hatchback makes no sense, because at least, like, when I was looking at cars to buy, 9 months ago or whatever, I thought, well, I definitely want something with a trunk, because it gets so hot in California. At least the trunk insulates my stuff a little bit more from the heat. So, I can have stuff back there, some food, that it won't get just completely cooked back there. Whereas if you have a hatchback, it's all pretty much like being baked by the sun at, the same rate. But if I had a second car, I might get a Scion, if I ever get one someday. That'd be fun. Because this is definitely a Camry. It's a great car. Definitely a car. It feels like, a family should have, in a way. This is my drifter car, Me being some weirdo drifter with long hair. Hey man, you driving north? If there was an air vent in my trunk, I guess so. Yeah, it would make it easier to stay cool. Hey man, can I borrow your tools? Make a vent in my trunk. Man, it gets almost confusing feeling how long my hair is. Like, it feels like a big, bushy scarf or something on my neck when I'm like, especially when I'm doing stuff that involves rapid head movement, like trying to kill a fly or trap a fly or get it out. Like when I'm moving around like this, I feel it all, That's the longest it's been in my adult life. Ooh, man, it's still kind of warm. May as well take my socks off. My feet are starting to itch. Pedal generator would power my air fryer? Yeah, right. Maybe if it has a battery I can charge, and if I press the pedal, 8,000 times. So, oh, by the way, so here's some of the silverware I got from the dollar store. It's like not, I don't know what kind of metal this is. Like, it bends easily, but I needed it for like cutting the chicken and potatoes. Toothbrush I got at the food bank too. I don't know why they donate toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo to the food bank. I'm glad they do, but I guess because they have no more room on their shelves. But good for me. Get cheap stuff. Also, as far as being homeless goes, I'm spoiled being here. Like, nobody cares, you know? Sleeping here, bathing, brushing my teeth. No one gives a shit. People all up and down the street doing it. Your aunt used those? What? The toothpaste cover holding? I heard in prison they'll use the toothpaste holders to, you know, hide a knife or whatever up your ass. So could be anything. Could be drugs. Could be a knife. Could be a message. I wonder what else. You know, they your paperwork in certain places. Yeah, I don't know. How do you get that out quickly? Like, you know, if you're in a rush. No, the Tupperware? What do you mean? The toothbrush holder? I don't want bread. Too many empty carbs. But yes, I can get bread at the food bank. They have plenty of that. But I don't want to eat bread. It's just empty calories. I don't like it. Yeah, it's not horrible for you, but for me, I just feel like I don't need it, you know. Damn, I wish I could just change my own oil, rotate my tires. Yeah, the oil I basically can, but I do need some kind of canister to dispose of it and then, you know, bring it back to AutoZone, and so they can recycle it. The spoons and forks I bought at the dollar store? What spoons and forks did you see? Yeah, I had some in the bag, but could you see that? But man, what a great find, getting this Emerald Lagasse air fryer. $15 on the side of the road, and it was just luck. I was at Hanson Dam. I don't normally go there because it's a little far away. But I've been going there because I get sick of being at that park where it's sketchy and they don't have bathrooms or porta potties. I get fucking miserable. Running back to my car every 10 minutes, thirsty as hell, and then having to urinate like a madman. So decided to just drive to Hanson Dam. And I was walking down the street trying to find somewhere to get food and saw it and I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. Like, I'm not going to get a better deal on this. I was seeing stuff on Craigslist that was like 10, 15 miles away for like $35. So this one I just found like walking down the street. Seen Shot Caller? No, I haven't. I'm curious to see it. I like the actor in it, Nicholas Waldo. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I know he's on Game of Thrones. That's what he's very famous for. But he also played Horus, I believe, in Gods of Egypt, which I love. Alex Proyas film. What a great movie. I thought it was so underappreciated in America. It's truly a great story. Wonderful storytelling, and the special effects and the action are so good. It's weird. There's this guy ahead of me. He's got no shirt on, but he's wearing a mask, which makes sense. It's just kind of funny, you know? Wait, does he have a mask? No. He has headphones on. I thought I saw him have a mask on, but I couldn't tell. Oh. You know, it's a great prison movie. It's an old one. I Was a Fugitive in a Chain Gang from like 1932. That is legitimately like suspenseful and scary and gripping. It is really good. No, I don't go to Burger King. If I went there, I would try and get a salad. Haven't seen, oh brother, where art thou? Where art thou? Where art thou? The Last Castle is a pretty good prison movie as well. A little different kind of prison movie. Rod Lurie directed it. He just directed a movie about the war in Afghanistan that I heard is pretty good. Robert Redford's in it, and what's his name? I forget his name now. Clifton Collins Jr. I believe he's in it as well. The Last Castle. It's about and James Gandolfini. He plays like the prison warden who, I guess, like just about any prison warden is too brutal, but it's a military prison. It's like not a military prison, but yeah, it's a military prison. It's for soldiers specifically who like commit crimes while, on duty, basically. And Robert Redford plays some kind of like officer who ordered something like some kind of attack on that ended up killing civilians or whatever. I can't remember how it worked out. And he goes there for a prison sentence, and he's like this, of course, Robert Redford, he's a star, and this was like 2002 or something it came out. And he's like, got this like charm and charisma about him. He acts like he's not in prison. He's like, it's interesting. And it's kind of ridiculous and implausible. And I think even the director admitted that on the commentary, because Robert Redford, he goes in there, and also it's interesting. James Gandolfini, he reveres Robert Redford. He knows about his battles and stuff, and he says this man should have medals. He shouldn't be in prison, but he has to be here or whatever. And he collects all these trophies and stuff, and Robert Redford calls him out. He's like, you must have never been in war, because why would you collect all these rifles and pistols and stuff, these mementos of war, when it's so horrible? It's a little corny, but it's a good, effective movie, and it's kind of ridiculous in a way. Like, here's the funny thing about it. Basically, it's almost so naive in a way, because there's so much brutality that happens in prisons. But this movie acts like, whoa, it's this new thing where they're committing, assaults on inmates, and they're using rubber bullets but shooting them in the back of the neck where it kills them and stuff. And Robert Redford, he's like, oh, I can't stand for that, as opposed to what happens in prisons all over the country, which is they just have to take it. There's nobody to complain to. Robert Redford organizes a full, scale war against the prison staff with all the other soldier inmates. and it is like a full war. And so in the process of trying to stop a warden from occasionally brutalizing and killing people, he ends up getting way more people killed. That's what I said, like, it's kind of ridiculous, but it was effective. I liked it. It's well shot. It's well acted. I'd have to see it again. I haven't seen it in a long time. Well, Nordic Rider, I have directional tires, so wouldn't I put them on the same side? That's what I read. But how would I do that really with just one jack? Let me see, what are you saying? Okay, yeah, unbolt the tires, move the tire and rim to another axle. Let's say you put the rear driver's wheel to the... Yeah, but how would I move... Wait, I guess that could work, right? Because I have the directional tires, the treads, you don't put them across, right? You put them on the same side. So I guess if I have it jacked up on one side, I can do that. Wait, I guess that's right, isn't it? So I don't need jack stands, do I? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I could do that. And I do have the tools. I have a lug wrench. It was filthy. I cleaned it out the other day. And I have a jack. It was kind of dirty too. I cleaned that out when I emptied out my trunk, looking for a 10mm socket that I dropped. But I'm glad I cleaned it out and dumped everything out, even though it was so frustrating. And I did find the 10mm socket because I saw, oh, my jack and my lug wrench, they're like covered in grease and stuff. I like wiped them all down with rubbing alcohol. So, yeah, I guess I could do that. And I don't need jack stands. It just, yeah, I'm not going to have the whole car up at a time, but what does that matter? Jack up one side, switch the tires, and then jack up the other one. Right, I know. Loosen up loosen up the bolts first before I jack it up, which I never learned that lesson, doing it before. Thank goodness it was never a problem, but yeah, you shouldn't jack it up and then do that. I did that changing tires on cars, and like I said, fortunately it was never a problem, but yeah, you should loosen them first and then jack it up. Put the lugs on, yeah, so as long as the fact that I have directional treads on my tires, let me step out and double check, but I'm pretty sure I have directional treads, so I can just swap the tires on the same side. That's an easy job. And I can film it, put it on YouTube, and say, don't pay a mechanic for this. Let me see. No, I don't think so. Actually, I think they are the the non-directional tracks. Oh, shit. Okay, that makes it a little more complicated. Let me see if I can show you. It's a little dark, but... Pulled the car off the jack by forgetting that. That's not good. So, Nordic Rider. Oh shit, I don't want my shadow. You can sort of see the treads. That's not directional, is it? They're all kind of like that, like going across. Oh, here's a better view. That's not directional, is it? So that means I do have to swap them to the other side, don't I? Maybe I can... I don't have a separate flashlight. I do have it somewhere. Where'd I put it? But you see... So I don't... Yeah, but Nordic Rider, how would I do it on these ones? Okay, wait. Let me look for my flashlight. It's in the trunk. I can't use the light on my phone while I'm live streaming. Damn it, I had a little flashlight, but the batteries died on it. And I have more batteries. I don't know what to do. Wait, let me see if I have my smaller flashlight, because I know I have batteries. I have a huge mag light, but it's somewhere buried in my trunk. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. No, I have my headlamp. That's good enough. This I got from a dollar store in Virginia. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, damn it, this thing went out. Are those directional or not? Oh, that's better. That symmetrical treads, damn. So, would I even be able to change those out? Because I have to cross it like the rear passenger to the front driver, and rear driver to the front passenger. Would I even be able to do that with a single jack? Like, how would I do that? I'm not... Like, how could I keep the car up and switch the sides of the... I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't see any way I can do that. That's what you would need jack stands for. Damn. No, I just have to pay a mechanic to do it, because to put it on a lift and do it, because I can't, and I have nowhere to put jack stands. So, damn, that's too bad. Next time I get tires, I'll try and get directional ones. And then again, next time I get tires, I hope I have a home, so I can get some jack stands of my own. I mean, they're gonna say put it on jack stands, aren't they? What are they gonna say that's different? They're not gonna say, oh yeah, just use one jack and just kind of shimmy the jack around to the other side of the car while it's still raised up. I just want to see if I can find my mag light here. Dumbass peeling out. Dear goodness, where did I even put that mag light? Where would I if I put it? I don't even remember. Like, I try and keep stuff like organized by certain, like, you know, car equipment on like one side of the trunk. I have no clue where I put mag. Do I have to empty out my trunk again? Are you kidding me? Use what, concrete stones? You're not talking about cement cinder blocks, are you? Because those can crack and break. I mean, at this point, I'd rather just pay the $20, get a mechanic to rotate the tires. $25. God damn, sorry ass music. At least they're driving away. Sounds like. I want to have my mag light. Put it in the bag. Oh, damn, I thought I found it. Now I really want to have my mag light. Great, I'm going to empty out a bunch of stuff just like I did the other day. Nah, I don't think I can get it cheaper than $20 or so. I mean, I'll just take it to somewhere and see. I don't give a shit about price shopping. I just know I'm not going to Discount Tire and Auto again. They're the ones who tried to get me to put in new struts on the car, like, oh, geez, it could be an emergency, Angelo. Gee, I don't know. Car could go any day now. Car is not going anywhere. That's playing insipid beat. Can't believe I'm unloading stuff from my trunk all over again. I want that mag light. Crap, I gotta take all this stuff out. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, sweet, found it. Okay, I gotta have this in a handier place. I feel like a cop with it. Hey, you, wise guy, genius. Genius with the glasses, come over here. What kind of batteries does this take? A bunch of double, wait, not double A's, D's? God damn. Yeah. D's. These nuts. I should go back to that dollar store, get some D batteries, backups, and get another small flashlight. Because I don't know where I put my last small one. Great, this won't screw back on. Sweet. At least I don't have to go through the explanation every time of how to start my car with mechanics. When my Civic, I had to, hotwire it and then tell them, look, when you got to start it, here's how you hotwire it. Just let me know if you need me to start it. Because sometimes they'd be like, yeah, we don't know how to start it. Can you do it for us? Which, yes, that's what I'm here for. I'm just here to help out mechanics. This was organized much better before I unloaded everything. Fuck, man, it's a dump. Will this even close right now? Okay, closed. Oh, Angry Grandpa's trailer? Yeah, it smelled. When it smelled like all kinds of stuff. I don't know what. And in the bathroom on the floor, it was almost like mushrooms were growing out of the floor or something. It was so gross. But he was super hospitable, super nice. I almost expected him to be always this, raving lunatic. No, he was really cool and calm. And you can see that in the videos with him. But man, it had quite a must in there. It's hard to live without money. That's why I got to make money soon. And I'm going to have to spend money just to keep making money. I got to spend money to get a new radiator because I'm going to be driving around a lot. Right now I'm barely driving, so it's not such a problem. But I'm going to have to spend more money on gas, oil changes, tire rotations. I'm just going to go to a regular mechanic and get all that stuff done, I guess. And make sure they have the the 5W40 oil that the previous owner put in this car. Because that car wash place, as great as it is to have a $35 oil change in car wash, they only had the synthetic conventional blend, and they don't do tire rotations. So it's like, oh, fuck it, man. I'll just go to one place, get it all done together. It's not the worst thing to mix the synthetic and conventional if you just use conventional, because a lot of times the synthetic part of it can be way low. But yeah, this time whenever I do it next, I'll just call somewhere and make an appointment. This thing is pretty cool. Never really had a chance to use it. Where should I put it? There's not really room under the passenger seat. Can I put it under the driver's seat or in the place where you store? Nope, it's filled with stuff. This is in the in case I ever need another side view mirror. I should put this in the trunk too. What the hell else do I got here? It's in that little cubby in the door, in the passenger side. I want to make room to put my mag light. A pen. Man, I wish I got a lot more pens from Planet Fitness before they closed. They gave out free pens. I only grabbed a few. I should have taken... I don't like to be a glutton about it, but just taking like one a week. That's all. And now I'd have pens for like the next 3 years. What the fuck? Okay, fresh. This is all stuff the previous owner left in here. Throw that away. And there's something stuck down here, like a... God damn, like the housing to another mirror or something. Oh, keychains. Eiffel Tower keychains. Again, stuff the previous owner left. Throwing that away. What am I going to do? Sell those on the side of the road? There's something else. Oh shit, it's like brittle and breaking away. I hope it's not some horrible organic matter. Oh, and there's a bunch of screws. No, they're not screws. They're like clips. Like little plastic clips. I don't need these. If I ever do need them, screw it. I'll buy more. Yeah, I'll just get the regular oil change. Bite the bullet. Okay, there's a few screws. I can put them in this cubby. Ow, fuck. But I don't think the mag light's gonna fit in there anyways. Sounded like a toy train horn. Yeah, there's something like paper that's been glued down here that's stuck to the bottom. I can feel it. More screws. I'll keep the screws. Okay, that's all the screws. Will the mag light fit? Nope. Not really. The light won't fit. The handle will. Why not? Just leave it there. Who gives a fuck? This thing. Should I even keep this? In case I need a new side view mirror. Is this even the right shape? The right size? Yeah, it's the right size. Should I keep it? Dirty. Why should I clean it? Something dirty, you just buy a new one. I'll keep it, I guess, in case someone breaks it. I haven't watched hardly any of the RNC except what little clips of some of the madness that I've seen posted online, including incredibly, like, you know, fascist, like puppet Charlie Kirk, and then I saw Kimberly Guilfoyle or whatever her name is. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Guilfoyle, I think. Her, like, fascist raving. And the traffic patterns are not good here. Shit, what time is it? Good. It's 8:36 at 9 o'clock. That's when, Oh, I didn't know Sam Cedar debated Charlie Kirk. That's amazing. Yeah, I bet Cedar destroyed it. I had no idea about that. I guess I'll put this in my trunk. I'm a little lazy, but I'll keep it just in case I need another side view mirror. I've never put in a side mirror myself, but I've never needed to. Yes, I've taken huge dumps. I actually took one a few days ago in a porta potty where I couldn't make it out of there. I was trying to go somewhere, and I couldn't make it out of there, so I'm like, shit, I got to do it right here. And it was fine, because there's barely anyone at the park, so it wasn't a real dirty porta potty. But yeah, and thank goodness the toilet paper has been well stocked at the porta potties at Hanson Dam lately. Man, I've gone in there before and had to bring my own toilet paper. Very well stocked. Damn, I had to go bad that day. It was a big one. Alright, speaking of bathroom. Yep, we do need better bathroom infrastructure. Why the hell do people complain about homeless people going on the sidewalk and stuff? Which I get it, yeah, it's gross, but it's like, do you not go to the bathroom? What would you do if you were outside even 12 hours without a bathroom? I don't know. I'll try it. I'll probably try graphite spray. I don't know. I heard WD-40 can be a little dangerous. I know that's probably overly concerned, but graphite spray, I know it's good. I've used it before on other stuff, like doors or whatever. Excuse me. I have some business to do. Shit. Damn it, why do I go to the bathroom like 10 times more than anyone I know? And I gotta drink so much water. And yes, I've gone to doctors, gotten physicals, had blood work done. My blood sugar has always been fine. I just drink lots of water. I'm sure Sam Cedar pummeled Kirk, because Kirk's such a fucking airhead. He is such a blatantly, like a puppet, like you would think like Saudi Arabia has paid, you know, public relations people. He is just like that. I mean, he's just full of these empty talking points, and conservatives love to have a young figure rise to stardom and be like, oh, he's our little, he's our young representative now in the world. He's a fucking dope. He doesn't seem to know much of anything he's talking about. And that's what I think of him. He's a big fucking dope. Oh well. $80 or so gonna go down the tubes for an oil change at a regular shop and a tire rotation, because I can't rotate my own tires. Not yet. Oh, excuse me. What's the difference in performance for directional tires versus asymmetrical tires or symmetrical ones? It would seem like directional is maybe, I don't know, a little sportier, and maybe the symmetrical ones or asymmetrical ones are more for, better like grip, like traction. I don't know what the difference between that and sporty is, though. Because the tires don't make the car go faster, necessarily. Jesus fuck, it's hot in here. The wind is not blowing into the car. Oh, sweet. So I did keep my old flashlight, but the battery's dead. What is it? AA. Good. I got a bunch of AA's in the trunk. I'm going to see if I can replace it real quick. Excuse me, I have some business to do. So I'd like to keep this, hopefully it's not broken, flashlight. It is so goddamn hot. Gotta lower the window a little more. I'm gonna sleep with the windows all the way down. The windows are pretty much all the way down already. why it took me like 6 months to decide to look for a AA battery, but yeah, okay, at least my flashlight works. And I forgot it has all these different functions on it. That's red. So, cool. Now I know it works. It's so hot. It's cool outside. It's my car that's absorbed heat throughout the day. Click like, everybody. Helps the video out. I gotta keep this thing going somehow, this channel, while I struggle to survive. Hopefully I get a job soon, because I gotta make money quick. And get a new radiator. That's the big next thing. Oil change, it's still another 1,000 miles off. And I checked. Actually, my bank has charged me over $1,400 in interest in the last few months, because it put me $1,400 over the limit of my credit card. So I'm going to have to be paying that off for a while. It's going to be like paying rent right there. Am I getting new comments? I haven't seen, I don't know if, I'm pretty sure like YouTube is stuck or something, because I haven't seen new comments in a while and everybody was commenting a lot. I don't know what's, wait, I know what to do. Yeah. No. Never mind, maybe no one's commented. Oh my gosh, I'm better off sleeping on top of the car. Or just with the door open. Who cares? But yeah, I will try graphite spray, because that's not that expensive, right? Do they have graphite spray at AutoZone? I don't want to go into Home Depot if I can help it. The parking is horrendous there. I'd rather take a taxi to Home Depot and back. It's so much better with the door open. It's nice and cool. Right, I know. I have symmetrical tires, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to rotate my tires because I can't. I don't have jack stands. So, unless somebody has jack stands I can borrow, which, what do I care? Go to a mechanic, just pay. It's not that big a deal. Pay $80 or whatever for it. Hopefully I can find one who does it for 70. That'd be a good deal. Or 60. Even better. But I gotta get that 5W40 oil, because that's what the last owner was using. No, I haven't shopped at Thrift Tires. And by the way, these tires the last owner got at Walmart. So. Excuse me. And, you know, I'd consider getting tires at a junkyard too, but I just don't know, you know, quite the risk of that. I mean, hopefully if you go to a junkyard, you can ask them to submerge it in water so you can see if there's air leaking out. But even then, I don't know if they can at the junkyard around here. And I'd kind of rather just get new tires. I'd rather not spend the money. That's the big problem. Tires are so expensive. What the hell's soapy water? Oh, put soapy water, put the tires in soapy water. I never heard that one. Why soapy water? What's the difference? Won't you see the bubbles either way? Or you're just trying to clean the tires? Oh, this is nice and cool with the door wide open. This water is practically burning hot from being in my car. Oh, do I shop at thrift stores? Yeah, I was at a thrift, or no, it wasn't a thrift store, it was a dollar store. But so no, I did get my belt actually at Goodwill. This cloth belt, it's awesome. It's great because there's no loops, there's no button, no holes. It's just fully adjustable. You can just pull on it and it tightens. And it's good for me because when I do burpees, it would tear up my old belts because I'm bending over, flexing, putting tension on the belts, and they would always fall apart because I'm working out with my jeans on. So this cloth belt is awesome. It was the only belt worth getting at Goodwill. Now I know in the future, get cloth belts. Before that, I would try and get those sort of like, I don't know what you'd call them, like almost like serpentine belts where they're cross woven so you don't have the limited notches. But I could rarely find those except at a more expensive place. And yeah, it was great to get a cloth belt. This was awesome. What the hell's a die-cast car? Wait, I rented a Nissan Altima in 2014? I don't even remember this. Did I rent it to go to Angry Grandpa's house? Oh, die-cast cars are like model cars? The Altima back then probably wasn't as bad as the Sentra I rented, I'm sure, because I don't remember being that stressed out by the Altima. And the Altima is a bigger car as well. The Sentra I got last year, it felt like a little plastic toy. And I know a lot of that's because they want to get the weight down to get the higher, emissions performance. But it just felt pathetic. It stressed me out to be in it. It was so ugly, so underpowered. Well, I don't remember what the Ultima looks like. That was a long time ago. I didn't even... I'm listening to you tell me I had an Ultima. I cannot remember what I rented. Those annoying pricks at Enterprise rent a car. Always get some pissed off white guy renting out a car to me there. I didn't have a great experience renting from them here too when I got my car crashed because I was limping to the car and back to the office and stuff, and the fucking employee there, like, he was not slowing down for me. He didn't want to say anything. He was just like, alright, here's your car. Meanwhile, I'm like 15 feet behind him, like limping towards it. I was having trouble sitting down in it. It hurt. Yeah, I heard about that. Hertz got bankrupt, but what are they doing? They're still in business, right? And Enterprise owes Hertz, don't they? Yeah, versus... it took a while, 2 hours before the phone cut out. Yeah, the Versas, when I drove them at Enterprise 10 years ago, they weren't half bad, They were all right rides. Same with the Ultimas, the Maximas. Those were kind of fun because they were more like Infinities. The Infinities were awesome to drive. They were the smoothest ride I've ever been in. I'm sure they're a nightmare to own and maintain, but damn, they are fun to drive. Smooth ride. You don't even feel the road. But I'm sure the quality's gotten worse over the years. Because that's just how it goes. Car makers get cheaper and cheaper. is the way it's going to go all night. I'll be drinking water like a maniac and filling up 5 water bottles. Anyways, I'm getting tired. I'm going to go. And also, it's 9 o'clock. Right now, go over to Twitch. Look up Sunland Sunspace. You'll watch Unusual Tuesdays on there. It's a great show. Sunspace, that's where it's shot at. That's where I do, my video editing and writing there. And air frying. Check it out. It's a great show. It's so funny. Like, it's not even like a favor to me. You'll just enjoy it. It's so well done. I swear, if it wasn't all volunteers, putting stuff together with, free software and computers, a computer that one of the people there built himself, and the studio, which they already have there, the stage, it would be like a $5,000 show to produce. And the costumes and wardrobe and stuff that they have. So, yeah. Follow Sunspace on Instagram and Facebook so you get notified when they post their live streams, and switch over to Twitch now and watch their live stream. Even if you're going to sleep, just put it on and put the volume down. That way they get more views. All right, bye.